My husband and I often joke that it takes 3 hours to mow our yard because somebody always stops. Whether you want them to or not, bless their heart, somebody always stops. And they'll wait till you have to mow her and they're like, and you're like, yes, let's chat. It's so great.
Greater Grand Forks, way cooler than you think, presents Thompson Tonight. The ladies of Thompson join co-host Brenna in our luxurious Thompson studio to talk life, share some laughs, and tell tales of this small town with a big heart. And now, your cooler co-host, Brenna.
Well, welcome to Thompson, North Dakota, where even when the temperatures get cold, it's always summer camp here. I'm here with a lovely group of ladies. Would you guys like to take a moment to introduce yourselves?
I'm Emily Dobmeyer.
Shannon Johnson.
Elaine Wojciechowski.
Kim Garman.
Chelsea Mullen.
Those of you that moved here to Thompson, what is it about Thompson that brought you here?
We like the idea of being close to Grand Forks, but having a little bit quieter, slower pace of life and a little safer and quieter school is why we initially moved here. And now we're here forever because of the friends and stuff that we've made.
I'd say a family you didn't know you had or needed. There's so many great people that no matter what's happening or going on, they're gonna pick you up, they're gonna be at the end of your driveway, they're gonna grab your kid from school if you're late at Target. Like, there is always somebody that's just going to help. They are the brothers and sisters that you didn't know you even had.
What is it about Thompson that lends itself to raising a family?
Lots of moms.
Yeah.
Lots of moms. One of our children was just diagnosed with arthritis, so we've been doing lots of doctoring and the people that will drop off meals or, oh, I saw Tabor at the park and he fell, is he okay? Like, my babies have lots of moms, whether they know it or not. There's always somebody watching, and I like to remind them, Mom will find out.
I think the kids feel that too, and they're so comfortable because they know there's always someone looking out for them. Regardless if their parent is right next to them, they know they can go and grab Emily and ask for something. They're not just only like, oh, only my parent. They're willing to ask for help from whomever. My kid will ask anyone to buy him a hot dog.
Yeah. And then they come back to the football game and I'm like, where did you get the Skittles? And they're like, and I'm like, go give them back money. Like, you cannot just take, in a normal community, you cannot take candy from anybody. In Thompson, I feel like you can take candy from most, as terrible as that sounds.
Yeah.
And now, for another Thompson take, we go to the husbands panel.
It's a terrible community. We put a gate at the interstate. Don't come around.
So, how long have you guys lived in Thompson? Have you been here your whole life? Did you move here? Let's talk a little bit about that.
I've been here my whole life.
So what is it about Thompson that made you never want to leave?
The community. It's like I remember the main street when it used to be a welding and a hardware store and a grocery store, and the memories that you make. And fire department used to be on Main Street. Now they built a new one out there.
And the school.
It's a school.
Kim did fantastic school tours at the last Thompson Days, and
Just
there's been a lot of
the progress.
Yeah.
So you do photography here in Thompson. Tell me a little bit about that. What kind of things do you like to...
Well, I started about 10 years ago doing my daughter's sports events.
Sure.
And I was just doing that. Then I had a niece that was older, and she goes, can you take a bus? I said, sure. Well, then I thought, I better take the girls. And then there's the boys. And then spring sports started. And then 10 years later, I'm still doing it.
Thankfully with Kim, I don't have to bring my phone or camera. I can be in the moment and enjoy my kids. And I'm like, Kim's got us.
Yep.
We are more than blessed to have Kim.
And the kids love it when they see their pictures. And I go to their, graduation, and I see the pictures. Like that means a lot.
We'll be right back to Thompson Tonight after a word from one of our sponsors.
Thompson Tonight is brought to you by football. No matter who's on the team, every kid gets to play on Friday nights.
For those of you who moved here to Thompson, I'm curious, what is it about Thompson that made you stay here?
When we first came to Thompson, we were young. We were 20 when we bought our house. We had no kids. We didn't really know anybody from Thompson. We got involved in the church, and it was super awesome to have people that were just like, yeah, come hang out, be part. It was fun to see people like Kim, I think, that are very involved and everybody knows who they are. And I always wanted to be that person. It was hard at first to meet people, but now you know everybody.
And now, for another Thompson take, we go to the husbands panel.
I feel more friendly here because nobody's sick of each other. It's like it's Pleasantville. Like truly it is. You know what I mean? Like if you guys come back on Halloween, like you guys should stop by. There is 700 golf carts out.
Okay.
You can hardly walk down the street.
Is there candy in the golf carts?
Yeah, beer, candy,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
the cops handing out candy in the corner.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go and take pictures at
sure.
the senior night.
Sounds
Nice to meet you guys. Bye.
I drive through Thompson and there are just golf carts everywhere, but I don't see a golf course. Can you guys explain this for me?
We were fortunate enough to just be able to roll with golf carts.
But I would say it kind of goes back to the slowing down and the quietness of town, and that's
And the
what's
community.
And the community.
You're gonna go for a drive and wave to everybody that you
Yep.
know on the way.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
moving to Thompson, you have to have a golf cart.
Yes. Noted.
As long as you have a golf cart, you're set. Our school has actually implemented, there is a portion of our parking lot that is dedicated to golf carts, ATVs. That's where they park. Yep.
That's great.
And now, for another Thompson take, we go to the kids panel.
Sure. So how many of you guys have taken a golf cart to school? Raise your hand. No? Okay, well, that's a little over half. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's more than the amount of times I've gotten to school in a golf cart. Say that again.
Me and my brother have to.
Do you do that almost like every day?
Yeah. We don't even have a golf cart. We only have a UTV.
We'll be right back to Thompson Tonight after a word from one of our sponsors.
Thompson Tonight is brought to you by golf carts. Wish you could send your kid to the store to get one more bottle of milk? Now you can. Golf carts. They're safer than a car, but still cool to drive on the highway.
So you travel a lot for work. You've been all over the country. Is there something that sets Thompson apart from that bustling lifestyle that you find in other places?
I think so. I think there's a definite slowness that comes with living in a small town. Specifically when I'm in Southern California for work, every time I'm leaving, it's my drive back to the airport. I get to the airport and I tell my husband I can't wait to come home because at that point I'm done with the traffic, I'm done with the people, I'm done with the concrete, I'm done with not seeing grass anymore. It's time to come home. And once I get in my car and start heading north and the wide open space is there, I'm like, okay, we're back home.
Absolutely. Are there any scenic spots here in Thompson to check out? Any gorgeous spots that you guys like to explore, or any places that you like to get away?
Selfishly, it's my front porch. I love to sit outside and with coffee and sit in my rocking chair and just look out.
Our own little slices of heaven.
Do you guys ever share backyards?
Yes.
We'll be right back to Thompson Tonight after a word from one of our sponsors.
Thompson Tonight is brought to you by Sunsets. That's it. No joke. Just look at that sunset. Makes you almost hate mountains.
We've talked a lot about how great it is of a community to raise kids here. Tell me a little bit about the schools here in Thompson.
So it's K through 12 under one roof, which coming from a small town myself, I super appreciate. Everybody just knows everybody. Like, we know the people who are educating and caring for our kids. We know that there are eyes on them, that if there is anything of concern, you know, that we're gonna know about it right away. They also do like so many fun things as well that I specifically remember in my childhood, like having Christmas concerts and Valentine's Day parties.
The Mother's Day program,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
really
the
sweet.
muffins with mom,
Yes. Yes.
Oh, they do muffins
donuts
with mom?
with dad, I think, yeah.
I appreciate too that the school has done such a nice job growing with the town. Even 4 or 5 years ago, the school was probably half the size and they've seen the need, they've adapted as quickly as possible.
I was in the school this morning, actually, and my 4-year-old was sitting by the door with all these high school kids just parading in, and they are like fist bumping and high, like, I didn't know my 4-year-old had special handshakes with the 7th graders, and they did it, and I'm like, okay, this is why we're here.
Yeah.
We are here for this.